Welcome to the Gray Area. It's your man Kevin Gray of 105.3 The Fan. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right here on 105.3 The Fan. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Kevin Gray Sports, and be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. The Dallas Mavericks missed out on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis decides to sign his 5-year, $228 million Supermax extension that, yes, does include an opt-out after the fourth year, but at the same time, it appears he's going to be a Milwaukee Buck for the foreseeable future. And, of course, Dallas Mavericks fans thought that there may be an opportunity for Giannis to potentially come to Dallas if he did not sign his Supermax contract extension by December 21st. He decides to do that about a week ahead of the start of the NBA season, and now shakes up the NBA in terms of what its free agency class will look like in 2021. Yes, you will still have guys like Victor Oladipo and Rudy Gobert and others, Blake Griffin among those, who will be in the free agency class of 2021. But at the same time, the Mavericks were looking to clear the amount of necessary space and have done so for the most part to put themselves in a position to make a run at Giannis going into next year to try and pair with Luka Doncic and also secondarily with Kristaps Porzingis. But it looks like that's not going to happen despite the rumors and the heat that had been out there about Giannis potentially coming to Dallas. All that appears to be gone now. And while on the surface it seems like it's a disappointment, it appears that the Dallas Mavericks have put themselves in a position that regardless of what had happened with Giannis, they would be in a place to be able to try and pursue free agents. And that's where the rub comes in. Because, yes, Luka Doncic is 21 years of age. He's a first-team All-NBA performer, the odds-on favorite to win this year's NBA MVP, and has a chance to help this Dallas Mavericks team, especially improved on the defensive side, to crack the top four of the Western Conference. But there's a couple of things that I'm concerned about with respect to not only the Mavericks missing out on yet another potential superstar free agent and not necessarily being able to get one to come down here, but also going into this year. Now, don't get me wrong. Luka Doncic is a once-in-a-generation talent. At 21 years of age, he has put himself on the short list of the 5 best players in all of the NBA. And yes, Kristaps Porzingis is a major concern with respect to his health. Can he come back dealing with a meniscus tear to put himself in a position to be the number 2 for this team going into this year? Most folks, including myself, think that he can. But what I'm interested to see is how teams will defend Luka this year. While he is an incredible passer, an incredible playmaker, there will be teams this year that will find a way to try and defend him a little bit better, and it's going to be incumbent on the players around him, the Josh Richardsons of the world, the Tim Hardaways of the world, and others to be able to make teams pay for doubling and at times, I'm sure, will triple Luka by hitting open jump shots. But here's the thing about the Dallas Mavericks potentially missing out yet on another superstar free agent. While the Dallas Mavericks have been able to show the ability to draft these players, especially with Dirk Nowitzki and now, of course, with Luka Doncic, one thing will always be a problem when I think free agents think about coming to Dallas. It's the Dallas Cowboys. Look, Dirk Nowitzki is one of the greatest athletes in DFW sports history, flat out, bar none. But what he still isn't is Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Jimmy Johnson, and others. That's because this state lives and breathes football. And no matter how much success, no matter how much championship success that you have, there will be no bigger athletes bigger than the Dallas Cowboys. And the brand that is the Dallas Cowboys, one of the world's largest and most successful sports brands, will always overshadow whomever is able to bring a championship to Dallas. And that is no disrespect to Dirk Nowitzki because of how he changed the culture of Dallas Mavericks basketball with the help of Mark Cuban being able to deliver a title to this city back in 2011. But despite all of that, what is king is the Dallas Cowboys, and superstars like a Giannis, a LeBron, a Kawhi, and others, they know what the show in town is and what the number one show in town is. That's the Dallas Cowboys. And despite the megastar that we believe Luka Doncic will be, he's a homegrown superstar that the Dallas Mavericks were fortunate to be able to draft and put themselves in position to draft in Luka Doncic. So I give Mark Cuban, Donnie Nelson, Michael Finley, and this brass for being in the best position to know that Luka Doncic was going to be the future of this franchise and then acting upon it by drafting him and now taking the steps necessarily to surround him with the kind of talent that will help him hopefully win championships for this city for years to come. But as good as Luka Doncic is going to be, he's never going to be something that eclipses the star. I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. And that, I think, is a major reason why you won't see stars of a Giannis or others ever come to Dallas. Not because Dallas doesn't offer things like no state income tax or things like a really nice nightlife or all the things that come with being in the city of Dallas, because the city of Dallas provides a ton for anyone and looking for that kind of thing in a major market. But they also know the star is the brightest thing that shines in DFW and honestly in the state of Texas. There have been many a talented basketball player that has come out of this state. But at the same time, they don't come to play for Dallas because the number one show in town will always be that of Jerry Jones's Dallas Cowboys. And that's no harm, no foul. It's just the way it is. But Luka Doncic has a chance to transcend this league, and not only transcend this league, but also deliver another championship in the future of the Dallas Mavericks. It just won't be alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo. And honestly, that's okay. Giannis showed the kind of loyalty that Mavericks fans hope Luka Doncic will show when it's his time to sign his Supermax extension. And that is believing in a city and in a team that has decided to put their faith in him to deliver a championship, much like other teams have done with other players in the past that have drafted homegrown talent. So while Giannis makes his statement and remains loyal to the Milwaukee Bucks, hopefully it is a window into what Luka Doncic will do down the road in a couple of years when he has a chance to sign his Supermax, and that is show the city of Dallas that he is committed to winning a championship and doing so for the Dallas Mavericks, because much like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Dallas Mavericks are a very well-run organization for the most part when you think about Mark Cuban and his commitment to winning. So if that's the case, Luka Doncic should not have to necessarily put the kind of pressure that LeBron James put on folks like Dan Gilbert, who was an ill-fitting owner who did not necessarily have the winning mindset that LeBron James wanted him to have, especially when they got rid of David Griffin. But at the same time, Giannis' signing with the Milwaukee Bucks is hopefully a sign of things to come for Luka Doncic in the future. And is that Luka remains loyal to a franchise that took a chance on him and helped him become a budding superstar in the NBA, much like how Milwaukee took a chance on Giannis and he's become a dominant figure in the NBA. So we'll see. But at the same time, Mavs fans should be excited that Luka Doncic will be the spearhead of the future for this basketball team, and hopefully he will deliver the same fate that Dirk Nowitzki did back in 2011, an NBA championship. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel also at Kevin Gray Sports. We'll talk to you later. Peace.